to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'd like to have a shout out to our technical team. All right, we're to 4.01, we did the Pledge of Allegiance, and now we're going to 4.02, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. .01, approval, modification of minutes from the April 2nd, 2025 Governing Board meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. 6.01, approval of consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes, and I'm going to send it to you, Mr. McGinney.
All right, thank you. Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Driscoll. I'd like to highlight an individual you approved on the personnel summary tonight. Tonight you approved Kevin Davidson to the position of Director of Facilities of Management for Learners, and I'll share a little bit about his background. Kevin earned a bachelor's degree in business management from Grand Canyon University. He has served as a warehouse manager, refrigeration mechanic, lead service technician, service manager, and most recently, a facilities trade senior manager for Grand Canyon University since 2016. Those who know Kevin have shared that he is a person with the utmost integrity. He's a forward-thinking leader with a coach mindset who's been an invaluable mentor to those that he has supervised. Kevin's excited to join our FMFL department with the Tempe Elementary School District in his new role as the Director of Facilities Management for Learners. Congratulations, Kevin.
That's so nice. Yeah, Madam President, board members, Dr. Driscoll, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to, being the new director of facilities here, joining a winning team, winning culture, and just thank you for the opportunity.
And can we ask who's with you?
Oh, this is my bathroom break, sorry.
It's okay.
It's my wife, Sunny. That's my daughter, Olivia, and my son, Russell.
Great. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'd just like to point out that we have accepted $1,046.29 from Peter Piper Pizza, and we've accepted $2,000 from Desert Schools Federal Credit Union. And we've also accepted approval for Connolly, Fees, McCamey, Mosley, Shamley, Ward, and McKinney-Vento program to accept a donation from Central Christian Church Tempe valued at $5,000. I'd like to thank all of our community members for their help. .01, Celebrate Excellence, Dr. Driscoll.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board. Tonight I have a few items to celebrate. Frank Elementary recently partnered with Trees Matters to plant 22 new trees on campus. We're not planning to rebuild Frank at any time soon, so those trees are safe. With guidance from volunteers and support from West Coast arborists, classrooms took turns planting and naming their own trees, building a sense of ownership, community, and environmental stewardship. I'm proud to share that Fuller Elementary was recently recognized at the 36th Annual Mayor's All Abilities Award. The Fuller team received the Exceptional Educators Award for their incredible work in creating a supportive, inclusive environment for students with complex needs. This team goes above and beyond every day to ensure that all students feel valued, included, and empowered to succeed. Congratulations to Fuller Elementary for this well-deserved honor. As we approach the end of the school year, I want to take this moment to recognize several important appreciation days coming up. Each one gives us a chance to celebrate these incredible people who make our schools run smoothly and support our students in every way. On April 23rd is both National Administrative Professional Day and School Bus Drivers Day, a time to honor the people who keep our schools organized and our students safely transported each day. On May 1st is National Interpreter Appreciation Day, recognize the vital role interpreters play in supporting communication and access for all families. May 2nd is School Lunch Hero Day, celebrating the hard work of our nutrition services staff. And then May 5th through 9th is Teacher Appreciation Week, and School Nurses Day is May 7th. It is a meaningful time to honor the educators and health professionals who support our students' learning and well-being each and every day. And lastly, May 18th is Speech Language Pathologist Day, celebrating those who help students communicate and thrive. Each of these roles plays a critical part in our district's success, and I encourage all of us to share our thank yous during these recognition events. And that concludes my Celebrate Excellence for this evening. Thank you for the
Yay,
applause,
thank
too.
you, Dr. Driscoll. Yay, for the trees. I'd like to just point out that the speech special, I think it was a speech pathologist day is on a Sunday, so if you can, thank them on a Friday. All right, 8.01 is open call to the public. We have no cards, so we're going to move on. We have 9.01, discussion, consideration, and possible motion to delegate authority to execute requests for certification and assurances issued by the Arizona Department of Education regarding eligibility for federal grant funding. Motion to delegate authority to Dr. Driscoll to execute requests for certification and assurances issued by the Arizona Department of Education regarding eligibility for federal grant funding. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Second. Open for discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. 10.01, reports from standing committees. Mr. Lemon, you don't have them anymore, do you? Okay, it's just me. Lucky you guys get to hear from me again. Okay, so it was recommended and approved that the district is now going to increase the amount that the district is paying towards your insurance to $9,650 for a district contribution. And I'd like to say that there will be no change to employee or dependent contributions. I want to thank this board and Mr. Thompson and Mr. McGaney and your staff for doing everything that we can to continue to offer a no-cost or low-cost couple options. And medical expense is rising. It's rising at a higher cost than almost anything else. And we are doing, I believe, as a board and as a district, what we find is the responsible thing to do and take care of our employees' health. This week, or this month, has been Stress Awareness Month, which is very timely. And I'd like to thank those who, this is, I just got on a tangent. Don't forget, now that you finished your taxes, to concentrate on this next year with your financial planning of contributing to your HS or your FSA plans or accounts. Don't forget there's farm bags with great nutrition. We're going to extend our yoga class offering by popular demand, which is very exciting. And on April 25th, I'm encouraging everyone to please get your mammogram at Brogan Center. We believe in making sure that our employees are healthy, and we offer this to you at no cost. I can't say it's important. I just need everyone to be as safe as they can with taking care of their health. Excuse me. it's been a rough couple weeks, so I think all of us are in a high stress level right now, and we care about you guys so much. And then on a good note, there's a pottery class on May 1st. And that's my update. (10.02) Student Activity Report for February 2025. Do I just do nothing? Yay. 11.01 Board Information. Mrs. Windsor?
Yes, thank you, President Ewers. I do love that stress awareness, we're just supposed to be aware of it, right? Coincides with tax season, federal grants, and the end of the school year, so I think that's apropos. I wanted to, I honestly can't remember everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks, but I do remember, if I remember my timeline correctly, has the 150th anniversary celebration happened after the last board meeting? Okay, I literally could not remember when I was thinking about it. That was phenomenal. The staff knocked it out of the park and into the parking lot. But I super enjoyed being a part of it. The showcasing of everything that we have going on with the district. The confetti cake was a big hit, obviously. And the little ceremony, short, sweet, powerful, perfect. It's a good teaching in 3 moments, right? So excellent job. Thank you for doing all that extra work. I think it's interesting when we hire employees that were like, yay, you're part of our community, celebrate us. And they do it, and it's so fabulous. I was just really impressed that, you know, many of you did not grow up here, and yet here you are honoring the legacy of everything that's been built upon each other. So thank you for that. And I just wanted to add at the end, and just a little moment to say, I'm so grateful for a school board that works in conjunction with district leadership to partner on the most important issues, our community, our staff, and above all, our students. That's at the heart of every conversation. It's what keeps us centered when we are frustrated with things that we have to address, and I appreciate the partnership that really happens between us and you guys. And it's been personally helpful to me, as well as professionally and in this elected position, so thank you guys for that.
Mr. Miller, you don't have your light on, but do you have something to say?
Thank you, Madam President. I have nothing directly related to anything Tempe L related, but what she wants me to mention is that I missed our last meeting because I was, yes, is that I was on vacation, getting engaged, and so.
And she's here, so she said yes.
Yes. She said yes. Be weird if I said I got engaged, but she said no. That, I think structurally the sentence implies. Anyway, you know, as I said admittedly, and I'll say again, all the good things in my life are because of you. So thank you for saying yes today and in all my future days. So.
I'm going to pay for that one. Mr. Lemon.
Thank you, Madam President. I did enjoy the 150th celebration on that Saturday. And this mural that starts out in the lobby and goes all the way around is just fantastic with the history. And it was nice to see that, and I enjoyed it. And some of the people that were there a long time ago were here celebrating. And I remember using that computer equipment that they had on display. And well, I remember before I could, so, but it was a great celebration. The other thing I wanted to mention is I was fortunate enough last Friday to attend the Honor Band and Orchestra presentation. And I received a ticket and then I received a flyer. And so that was great. I just wasn't sure where it was at. And so I bugged people until I found out we had to go to Marcos, which is okay. And so we were on time. And it was a great presentation. I appreciate it very much. The final comment that I would make, I saw that one of our former assistant superintendents, Deborah Gomez, was awarded, and I forgot what the award is, but it's pretty prestigious from that standpoint. And I just wanted to mention, Deborah gave a lot of great service to Tempe Elementary, and she's done even more so with her new districts, that she's been the leader. So thank you, Madam President.
Mr. Terry?
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to acknowledge some of our staff members. First of all, whenever we have these early sessions, we're always provided a meal by the kitchen staff here, and it is unreasonably delicious for what it is. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's something ridiculous like $2.25 or something like that they have to provide every meal, and that's not food cost, that's all the staff, that's all the materials that they use, that's the pots and the pans. I mean, it's just everything. It's an absurdly low number. So when we give them as much as like $5, they really can work their magic. So which absolutely was great. So I want to thank them. I want to welcome our new facilities director and just the maintenance staff in general. My grandfather was the head of the plumbing department in my school district back home, and then my father started working for him and then took over as the head of the plumbing department for the school district back home. And my grandfather actually cleaned the district office after he got off work. He was just a two jobs kind of guy, and then my dad helped him with that, and I would go help with that. And the superintendent had full-size Snickers bars in his candy jar, and he would always hand me one. That's all I needed to go work for 3 hours at the district office when I was a kid. But they definitely worked for less money working for the school district than they could have made in the private sector. And one reason they did it was because the benefits were better. It's hard work. Your body does start to break down. But they just wanted to be a part of the community, and they wanted to help kids. And I know that everyone who works for our maintenance staff here does the same. So if you see the electricians, the plumbers, the carpenters in the hallway, give them a nod, give them a hello. They definitely appreciate that stuff. I remember when I first started teaching back in 2007, it was at Nevitt Elementary. And I remember my mentor teacher said, just make quick friends with the secretary and with the lead custodian and you'll be just fine. So, and that has definitely proven to be true. So, thank you.
I'd like to thank all the community and those even, some of them outside of our community, who donated their tax credit to our schools. I'm highly grateful, and I hope that you please consider doing that again and put it in your financial plan for next year. I, too, would like to congratulate the Tempe Elementary Honor Band and Orchestra. There were over 19 teachers that participated in this. We had Monica Munoz and Todd Livingston, who were conductors, and from my understanding, one of them came from out of town to work with our kids. Or out of state, and from Nevada, correct? And that's, giving students an opportunity that's way outside the box, and I was grateful for that. I'd like to thank Mrs. Darby, our finance coordinator, for organizing all of these functions right now, and to the 19 teachers and staff, including the custodial staff, that it takes to do these. It was delightful, and the children just did amazing. When I was at the MIM as a chaperone a week ago, they brought it to the kids' attentions, and they were amazed that music is the only discipline where every single part of the brain is utilized. And they showed us a video of when you're talking, how this is happening, when you're thinking, how this is happening, when you're doing something, how this is happening. When you grab an instrument and you play, the brain lights up. So I'd like to thank the community for continuing to support us in making sure that our fine arts programs are strong. And the 150th year anniversary was awesome. I'm grateful to be here and with you all, and I am going to give you applause because that was a big party. So thank you all so much for doing what you do. And thank you for everyone that came. And we had people who have been in this community not for 150 years ago, but a shout out to the students who helped me write the speech. I was able to speak to students from all of our different schools, and they told me what they thought kids did 150 years ago and what they predict children will be doing 150 years from now. And it was enlightening and it was an exciting time. And it also was a good moment for us to realize the stresses that our kids have. And I mentioned it. So we're in a really different time right now, and our children are thinking about things that us as kids never thought about. So with that said, I was talking to a few of our school psychologists this week. It's a very stressful climate, no matter what party you're in, no matter your background. And I'm asking the community and our parents and our staff to be very conscious to not take it out on our children. We saw a major rise in domestic violence during COVID, and I'm grateful for the staff and many of the people that are in this room right now that helped a lot of our children navigate that. So please, do what you can. Utilize our health care plan. Call Sandra if you need help navigating around those emotions. Obviously, it looks like I might need to. And just be aware of our children and support them as much as you can. They're not the problem. (12.01) Announcements and upcoming events. Spring holiday is Friday, April 18th, 2025. All Tempe elementary schools and district offices will be closed. The Agenda Committee will meet Wednesday, April 30th, 2025 at 11 a.m. The next regularly scheduled governing board meeting will take place on Wednesday, May 7th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the Karen Arredondo Governing Boardroom of the Sanchez Administration Building, 3205 South Rural Road, Tempe 85282. The Tempe Diablos Excellence in Education Awards ceremony will be Thursday, May 8th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the showroom at Wild Horse Pass, Dr. Driscoll, 5040 Wild Horse Pass Boulevard, Chandler 85226. The Tempe Elementary School retirement reception will be Wednesday, May 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at McCamey Academy of International Studies, which is at 2250 South College Avenue, Tempe 85282. And I'd like to ask the board at this time, is there anything that's on here that you plan to attend so we can make sure that Heather knows to post it on here? Because due to open meeting law, it's important that the public knows if we're going to be there and there's going to be more than just one of us. It's important to be on here. Am I missing, or is Heather missing anything?
Was the question, are we going to be attending these events or are we missing something?
I think both.
Okay, I will be at the retirement reception, the Diablos ceremony, and I plan on being at the board meeting on May 7th.
Okay. Thank goodness. Ditto. Eric? Is there anything other than that you're going to be at? Yeah. And Mr. Terry, I can see you're going to be at something.
Yeah, I'm planning to be at the Diablos award ceremony on the 8th, and then also the retirement reception on the 14th.
Excellent. No other things that have not been mentioned, correct?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Great, thank you. 13.01, this is a meeting adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Good night, everyone.